And we're live. Welcome, Gen1 Draft League fans and players alike, to the week three, whack three. Wow, I cannot talk. To the week three matchup look ahead. Joining me as always is Carter. Hi, Carter.
Yo, hey
Uh,
Carter.
we got some fun matchups to look at. I love doing this. I love theory crafting, all the stuff. So let's just jump right into it. Our first matchup to talk about is the couple battle between Jake and Brian.
Yes.
Exciting stuff. I think
It's
they've been
going to be very
practicing.
dramatic.
I think Jake's been practicing at least. I don't know if he's been practicing with Brian or not, but if yeah, who
You got to
knows?
assume.
I would assume. I would assume. But yeah, this should be. I'm really excited to watch this one. Not gonna lie, see what Jake can cook up because Brian's team has been looking very strong. You did manage to take it out, but it was tough. And I think Brian's team's got to be like just on paper looking like one of the strongest teams um, with everything it can do. And then on the other side, Jake's team we rated pretty poorly on paper, but it did do pretty decent against me this last week. Did lose 2-0, but I felt like the games
He's
were
he's been
competitive.
making good use of a team that I did not think was very good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Um, at least in the last turn or last week.
yeah.
So, I'd love to see him improve even more. I do wonder how he's going to fare against Brian's team though, because he doesn't really have much of an answer to the rain mode that Brian has. He
No.
doesn't have like an easy way to set sunny day. He has Omastar. I guess Omastar has Swift Swim, right? Am
Yeah,
I
but it
right about
won't
that?
make it faster than
Yeah, it won't matter.
like
Because he's got
Electrode.
Kabuto.
Like Omastar is naturally pretty slow, so even with Swift Swim, it's only hitting
Yeah.
110 speed. It's not that fast. Like it's faster than everything, I guess, except Electrode,
He can set Tailwind
but it's
though. With
slower than
Tailwind and
Kabutops.
Swift Swim, he's gonna be able to, but that's gonna be tough.
And I do think Tailwind is important for him for sure. It's going to help a lot. I think Victory Bell might have to do some work. I just, to me, the biggest, like, okay, first of all, I think that it's on Jake to figure out an answer for what Brian is doing. Brian has a strong and clear strategy, which is to use Rain with Zapdos, click Hurricane a lot, use Electrode for some speed control, bring Kabutops and Nidoking along for the ride and just kind of go crazy with those Pokemon in the rain. Um, it's sort of on Jake to come up with an answer for that rather than the other way around. I mean, Jake's
I
team
would say Brian's
is
favored to win
yes,
this one, in
for
my
sure.
opinion.
Jake's team is basically Starmie. Starmie has to do a lot, and can have Clefairy like supporting it.
I will
Um,
say there's no better answer to Nidoking than Starmie.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, Starmie's good against Nidoking. Starmie is not amazing versus the other Pokemon, though, and that's kind of a bit of a problem. I mean, it is faster than Zapdos, but it's slower than Electrode, which means Electrode will drop its speed and allow Zapdos to act first. You can put Clefairy next to it, give it that follow me support. I mean, Zapdos does use mostly single target moves. You could even get
Right,
a little
which would
spicy with
mean
it and go for some Terra Steel shenanigans. Magneton
you
looks
could.
pretty good into actually a lot of the Pokemon that Brian has. So I can see
Yeah, actually,
Magneton
I
doing some
would be
work.
getting a feel of mine.
Yeah, Magneton can do some work. I mean, it resists everything Zapdos does.
Nidoking is his answer to Magneton, but
Nidoking is
yeah.
the only answer. Yeah, but Magneton's super strong into Kabutops. Kabutops cannot mess with that Pokemon. I guess he can go like Superpower and do a little bit of something, but
True, and he has.
and he has done that. So maybe, but it's a little dicey for Kabutops into Magneton. So I like Magneton. I do kind of like Victory Bell a little. I don't know. It's actually maybe not the best. I would love to see Persian this time around, like Persian coming with some fake out, some snarl, like snarl down the Zapdos. It also helps with the Electrode because you break Sash just kind of passively using snarl.
True.
Um, so
Yeah, and you
that's
can use Fake Out on Zapdos.
yeah,
You
fake
could
out the
use Fake Out on
Zapdos.
Zapdos with like a Starmie Ice Beam thing, or I mean, there's actually now that I'm thinking about it, quite a few options Jake could use to counter Brian's team. You could even do like Trick Room with Jinx
Yeah,
to like basically invalidate Electrode.
Trick Room is pretty powerful. I don't love Machamp in the matchups though. Like once again, it struggles into the Zapdos.
Ah,
I think I'd like to
oh.
see playing around Starmie, with the Persian, with the Clefairy, and then maybe Magneton as your other option, with like a Jinx Machamp like backup plan. Maybe
Yeah,
Pidgeot.
Machamp isn't bad against his team like outside of Zapdos. He's good against Kabutops, which is a big deal. He's neutral against Nidoking type wise. You give him a good Terra type and he might be able to wreck
Yeah,
house.
and
I'm
if
sure he can learn
Snorlax
Rock Slide.
does, if Snorlax finally does show up, Machamp obviously has that matchup. Does pretty well in that matchup as well. So I
I think you
could
definitely
see it.
like leave Pidgeot. I don't think you need to actually be setting Tailwind against Brian's team. You should be going for like a Trick Room answer. Or
Yeah,
just like follow
Trick Room, or just like follow me with fake
like
out pressure. Like Persian just coming in and
yeah.
out with parting shot, fake out, parting shot, fake out, parting shot, fake out. Like that could be pretty gross. I can see that working pretty well. You could even put something. Well, I don't know. I'd love to see an assault vest.
Is just too much of a liability against Brian's team.
Yeah, it just dies way too easily. I mean, like Focus Sash is what you need, but it's easier for him to break Sash with Electro Web. It's just way too easy for him to break that
Right.
Sash. So
And just lower your speed in general with Electro Web.
yeah,
Like to the point where the Tailwind is almost like
yeah. I mean, two Electro Webs, and then
right.
your talent's gone. So yeah, and it's yeah. I'd like to see maybe an Assault Vest or something. Assault Vest or like Life Orb. You could see like Assault Vest on Magneton maybe. I don't know. It's
Ooh.
Or no, Eviolite. You just run Eviolite on Magneton, right? It just makes it
Yeah, you
super,
just
super
run
tanky.
EV.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, just so Eviolite there. I don't know. Maybe Assault Vest isn't it. Now that I think about it, because you're gonna have to put it on Starmie.
But if you have Eviolite on Magneton, you can't put Eviolite on Clefairy, so that's something to
Oh yeah,
consider.
that's true. Yeah, you can go Eviolite Clefairy and then Assault Vest Magneton. I wouldn't hate that.
Yeah,
Yeah, because you want Eviolite on Clefairy. I think it's kind of a bit of a
and I think you
no-brainer.
have to bring Clefairy to like support Starmie because Starmie is going
Oh,
to be a big
absolutely.
deal.
I mean, you could try to just have the fake out support from Persian be enough, but yeah. And then Brian also has his own Trick Room mode, so you could get into like that's why I don't love Trick Room as like a number one option. I kind of prefer if you could just make Clefairy Persian as your support duo like do enough with Starmie Magneton. I kind of like that a little more because like if you have to go Trick Room and then you just bring Snorlax.
I'm almost not even considering the Snorlax because he hasn't brought it yet, but maybe he brings it this time.
I
Maybe
mean, it's
you
always
always got to
on the
consider it.
team. It's always on
It's
the
always on the
team.
table.
So like
Yeah,
if
he
if
could just
Jinx,
choose it at
he can
any
just choose
point.
it. Yeah. If Jinx is bringing Trick Room and causing problems, he just clicks Snorlax and then here we go. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I mean you bring Machamp, I guess. I don't know.
Who knows? It'll be exciting to see that one. All right, let's move on to the
Next
next
matchup.
matchup. So next we have
Me
you
versus
versus
James.
James. Thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I've been thinking about this a good deal, but not as much as I would maybe like to be. Uh, he's got he doesn't have a lot of like physical attackers on this team. He's really only got like Kangaskhan, and I'm not worried about that. So maybe I don't lean into the double intimidate thing that I usually do. Um, I gotta figure out like what's my answer to Moltres. Um, I'm not worried about Raichu at all because I don't use electric type moves. Um, Plus he's just gonna click protect anyway, so who cares? I'm being a little mean. I could probably bring Rhydon with like some lightning rod against his Raichu and Jolteon to protect my Gyarados. I think I might do like a Gyarados Moxie thing. I haven't tried that yet, but I think this might be a good time
It can
to.
definitely be
If I can
scary.
just, yeah, and I might actually go Terra Dark like to get around Alakazam, although he might be just using Dazzling Gleam. I don't know. I don't know. This is a lot to think about for me. I think tonight I'm gonna do my big prep, but yeah, I don't think I'll bring Vileplume. I think I just do my usual Gyarados Arcanine Articuno Dugong thing with maybe Rhydon instead of Electabuzz because I don't think Electabuzz like offers much here. Like Follow Me isn't gonna do anything against Fiery Wrath, so yeah, it's just like not. I need like a stronger answer to Moltres, I think, in my head. Yeah,
Mm,
I know he's probably gonna do Terra Dark again. But I don't have like any natural responses to that except like Poliwrath. And every single week I consider bringing Poliwrath and then don't. Maybe this is the time. I don't know. Probably not
yeah,
because he could just use Hurricane. So yeah.
yeah. Hurricane is very
Oh,
scary for Poliwrath for sure.
yeah.
I mean, you kind of need Rain for Poliwrath to be the threat that it wants to be. Um,
Yeah.
but that's tough. I mean, to be fair, he doesn't have many grass types. It's basically just the Hurricane. So
I
I
think
don't
maybe
know.
this is the part where I lean into like a Dugong Articuno lead because last time that didn't work because Dragonite just nuked him, but I don't have to worry about this time, really.
Yeah, probably not. I don't think
I
Alakazam.
think Dugong is pretty specially bulky. I mean, I'll
Well,
look it up,
you
but
gotta worry about Jolteon. Actually, one big thing I was seeing in this matchup, like, okay, if James, assuming James changes his team and doesn't just bring the same thing again, which he should,
yeah,
if he changes his team and he brings the Jolteon, I think the Jolteon's pretty good against. Like, it's not that Jolteon's good against you, but it because you have Rhydon, but it does kind of force you to feel like you have to bring Rhydon, which is like
true.
it's not like Rhydon's that good into the rest of the team, so it creates a sort of weird rock paper scissors where like Jolteon is good against a lot of what you have. Like it will, like you're talking about Dugong not getting one shot. Jolteon will one shot Dugong. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna sit here and do the calc, but I.
I mean, I've been running Terra Ground Dugong, so I'd probably just do that. But yeah, I
Oh
mean,
yeah,
that is
yeah,
something to
you can
be
do that. So
scared
like
of.
Jolteon's a little like sus, maybe not, but I mean, he could if he has Terra Ghost Shadow Ball or something, right? Maybe he could still one shot it. I don't know how bulky Dugong is, especially. Maybe it's
Dugong
not
has
really a threat.
95 special defense and 80 defense,
And if he brings,
so like pretty good.
if he actually brings Fake Out, then that also makes a huge difference, right? And he should bring either Raichu or Kangaskhan. Like I don't think he should necessarily bring both. I like you were saying you don't care about Raichu. I think that's probably accurate. I don't think Raichu is
Right, but I do think he's
that
probably
great.
gonna actually learn his lesson this time, and he's probably gonna lean into like fake out Raichu.
Yes, so he
So
could bring.
I am gonna be prepared for it.
Yes, so you might need like a covert cloak or something like that. Um, I do think he could actually bring Cloyster to turn your snow against you. That's like definitely an option. Cloyster obviously
True.
also getting a huge, massive defense buff from the snow makes him very untouchable. Cloyster does deal well with the Arcanine, even if you do Terra Grass, so you could maybe have to go a different Terra type there because Cloyster will deal with you in Rock Fire form and will deal with you in Grass form, so you might have to consider a third option there. It's just something to think about. And Cloyster, in the snow is good. Like if he just clicks Shell Smash, he'll be Giga Tanky, Giga Powerful, very fast. It matches up decently into Articuno because Articuno won't do much damage. Although you can Freeze Dry, I guess. But Freeze Dry is just neutral against Cloyster. I mean, to be fair, Cloyster's special defense is like non-existent, so yeah, maybe you lose that matchup. I'm not 100% on that. Vaporeon is another interesting bring for him. I think like defensively, it helps deal with the Rhydon. It helps deal with the Arcanine a little bit. It isn't too scared of Gyarados or Articuno, except for Freeze Dry. Um, I wouldn't hate
I think
that.
yeah, I might be able to deal with Cloister with like a Terra Grass Arcanine thing, but that's not good either. Yeah, I don't know. That's tough.
Yeah, you might have to do some other weird Terra type like Steel or something. I don't know if it's worth changing it just for Cloyster, but it's just something. It's like it's a good like that is just a good one to
I
one.
think
Cloyster
if
versus
I'm
Arcanine is a really good one to one for Cloyster.
Yeah, I do think freeze dry is probably my most like solid answer. Like Articuno, just it's not super effective, like you said, but just being special. And since I'm probably doing like a Blizzard thing anyway,
Yeah, I think if James like cleans things up, he has good matchups like into you in theory. Like I think it's like Jolteon's good against a lot of things you have. Like Cloister's good against a lot of things you have. Vaporeon's good against a lot of things you have. And then like Moltres is just Moltres, and Alakazam is just Alakazam. Like both of those are just good generically, and you don't have clear obvious answers for them. So I don't know. Like that being said, I don't think it's like James is like, oh, you can't. How are you going to beat James? Like it's. I think it's even. I think it kind of
you
is
know what
like
I could
even.
do? I could actually pretty solidly do like a Terra Steel Iron Head Gyarados thing, and that might be pretty sick because I'd be able to
You'd be able to
I
hit a
don't know.
lot. Yeah, that's not
I'd be able
bad.
to hit basically everything. I mean, it would be all neutral unless it goes like Terra Fairy. But yeah, it might be a good way to do it.
Yeah. I mean, if I'm James personally, I would bring Kangaskhan over Raichu and go for like like have that be my fake out user because like he don't he doesn't need speed control, and Raichu, the other thing he has other than fake out is speed control, and I don't think he needs that in this matchup.
Terra Fairy.
Like you just bring Kangaskhan with fake out and then have like some punch moves, that hit certain types, like I don't know, like Thunder Punch
If
and maybe like a fighting type move like Power Up Punch or Drain Punch or
if I did
something.
like Terra Fairy Gyarados, Terra Blast, like to counter Moltres, I don't know what he does.
That's true. That's pretty good. Maybe I mean that's the kind of tech Draft League is built for.
Exactly.
So could be fun. I mean, again, if he does Terra Fairy on Moltres or some defensive Terra, it'll be a little bit of a feels bad, but
I don't expect him to like that's the one thing I don't expect him to do is change his Terra type on Moltres. I think he's probably going to stick with Terra Dark.
yeah,
I'm
we'll have
fully
to see.
expecting him to do that.
We will see. We will
But we
see.
will see. We will see. I don't know how much he like watches our commentary, but if he did,
So far,
he
he
would
has
know.
not watched it at all. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Last thing,
I'm banking on
can he
it.
do anything funny with Haunter? Like skill swap your own, skill swap your own,
Intimidate.
intimidate, skill swap. Like he could skill swap intimidate off of you. He could also skill swap the what's it
Snowcloak.
called, snow cloak off of you.
Or lightning rod. Well, that doesn't matter.
I mean, it
Yeah.
matters a little. He could switch out after swapping the lightning rod off of you.
Yeah, but
I
I'm not
mean,
using any electric type moves, so who cares?
no, the lightning rod is to protect yourself. It's like Rhydon uses lightning rod to protect Gyarados from Jolteon.
Oh, right, right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
okay.
I actually think
Yeah,
like
because it's swamp.
if
Yeah.
ever there's a week to bring Haunter, this could be it. But
True.
but does Haunter learn Fake
Not
Out?
expecting it. He hasn't brought Haunter yet, but
No, it's
yeah,
a
it's
little
something to
too
consider.
weird. I mean, Haunter requires some amount of prep to make it work. And an amount of prep that so far James has not brought to the table. So I think it could come if he does the work, but I don't know if it's coming otherwise. And it's just safer to use Kangaskhan. Like yeah. So we'll see. That's all I want to say about it. We can move on to the next matchup, which is mine versus Noah.
Well, there we go.
Yeah. So I have some interesting things I want to do here. So first of all, I'll just kind of say because like I don't care. Whatever. If people watch the stuff and like learn how to beat me because they watch the stuff, then it's a win for me because they watched the stuff. So,
True.
but yeah, this is
And we
gonna
could always
be.
just say stuff and then do something else.
That's true, and I can also just lie. So don't forget that lying is an option, and I'm not gonna pretend
I wasn't even thinking
that I'm
lying,
not
just
gonna lie.
like
Oh yeah,
like
just changing my
forgetting.
mind. Yeah, I would never lie. That's true. I actually would never. I would never intentionally say something false, but I would like change my mind and not feel bad about it. So
Yeah.
there's that.
Yeah.
Um. So yeah. So anyway, the plan
I'm not even
is.
like committing to anything
Yeah, I'm not
in
committing.
these
This
in
is this
these
is just like. I mean, I have built the team, so I actually know exactly what I'm bringing, and I probably won't change it very much.
pontificate.
But
Oh, you built it already.
yeah, I
Wow.
built I built it already. But this is gonna be the debut of Venonat, which I'm really excited about.
Ooh.
I think Venonat's gonna, do some fun things. I won't talk too much about it, but he has Rage Powder and he has Sleep Powder. And yeah, that's Venonat. He is tanky. So I'm gonna use him to protect me from some things. And yeah, I'll say that. And then I'm also bringing Golem. Golem coming back again. I'm excited about that. I love Golem. I'm actually
Gonna be a
like
great
such a big fan of
pick.
Golem now because I don't know, just because this league. I think that's one of the fun things about this league is you really get to know these specific Pokemon and like I don't know. I'm getting a little attached. I'm getting a little attached to some of these guys. I hope Venonat does well. But yeah, Golem's coming out. The idea of Golem is if he does try to do this Porygon Trick Room stuff, Golem will be my answer. If he doesn't, then Golem probably sits on the bench, but he's there to be a threat, to be the anti-Trick Room threat. I thought about bringing Tentacruel kind of for the same reason. Ended up deciding to just leave it behind. So yeah, I think and honestly at this point I'm not super remembering. Aerodactyl is obviously coming. Tauros is obviously coming. Um, I think I was bringing Dodrio. I think I'm bringing Dodrio because I don't remember. It was like based on the speed calcs. I think Dodrio is faster than like everything except for Ninetales. So I was like, oh, okay, yeah, Dodrio is good, and it could like
If you're
one shot
bringing
stuff.
Venonat and you've got to sacrifice something, I would sacrifice Dodrio because I don't really see Dodrio doing much for this matchup.
Yeah, I could pull it up and tell you. I'm failing to remember because I built the team like a week ago. I'll have to like review it.
Yeah.
I built it like way early ahead of the matchup. So, oh yeah, and I'm bringing Venusaur for sure. I actually think Aerodactyl with Sunny Day is pretty big here, so I expect to see that. It's a thing I've had the whole time. Aerodactyl Sunny Day with Venusaur Chlorophyll. I've had that available to me, and I have yet to use it. So this is going to be the week to use it. Like if ever there was one, it's the week where I'm playing against weather because Ninetales will be setting weather, and Aerodactyl will
Yep.
be making that weather go
Unsetting.
away. Yeah. So
And hopefully getting in some quality rock slides against Ninetales.
yes, yes. Without saying too much, my Aerodactyl is very anti Ninetales.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if he just goes with the Ninetales
Terra
lead,
Rock, Terra Blast. There you go.
there we go. Also, fun fact: the signature move of Tauros, Raging Bull, is a 90 power, 100%
Breaks
accurate
screens.
physical move that breaks screens. Yes, so
Yeah.
if Noah leans into his traditional screen strat with Ninetales, I think he's gonna have a bad time. I think he's in for a bad time. I have very good tools against it. So yeah, I'm kind of hoping he does do that, and then I just beat it. If he doesn't, if he watches this and is like, "Oh yeah, no, fuck you," then hopefully my team's just generically good enough to deal with it. And if his alternative is the trick room, I have the golem. I have the golem
If I'm
around.
if I'm Noah, this is Noah, right?
Yeah,
If I'm Noah, I'm doing like a Clefable Blastoise lead and doing like follow me Shell Smash kind of thing. That's
yeah,
what I would do if I was.
yeah. I mean, yeah. I would like to. I think Shell Smash Blastoise is the move. I mean, that's honestly kind of why I have Venonat, just to like help me with that. And then also like part of why I think Venusaur will be good with the Sunny Day, because like obviously you can reduce that water type damage with that Sunny Day, so it's pretty nice. And I also
True,
think that
true.
Tauros matches up pretty well into Blastoise. Like I have good resist for the water type moves that Blastoise likes to use. I have to watch out a
But
little for the ice types, but
expect him to go Terra Electric
Terra
Blastoise. That's what he's
Electric.
done so far. And in this case, it actually might be pretty good against your team, against Tauros and Aerodactyl specifically, especially if you're going to be doing like Sunny Day.
Yeah,
He might just surprise you with some
I
like
mean that's where
Terra
Venusaur
Electric.
comes in though, because like Venusaur is good against both. And the only thing is like yeah, ice beam.
True.
He can ice beam me with Venusaur, but he's not gonna or with Blastoise.
But if he kept like Ninetales in the back for Venusaur, like set Snow after he's already gotten rid of Aerodactyl, like I'm just like
Yeah,
thinking what I would do if I was
that's
him.
true. Yeah,
Like that would be pretty baller.
like instead of leading the Ninetales, bring it to bring in the snow later. Is probably a more clever
Because
use
once
of it.
Aerodactyl is gone, Ninetales like kind of wrecks.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, no, you're kind of right. It is pretty good. I mean, I think I have Hypno. I forgot if I had Hypno, but if I have Hypno, then I might make changes. I could bring Hypno and
I
set my own
wonder if
trick
he could
room.
actually do like a Porygon Trick Room thing with Blastoise.
That
That
it is
might be
possible.
really
Blastoise can get
interesting.
really slow and really tanky, so it is definitely
Yeah.
possible. I mean, that's again,
Because that's what
I'm
he's been doing with Blastoise is like tanky
tanky slow.
stuff.
I know he
Yeah.
prefers that. I know he doesn't like the Shell Smash mode so much. But I mean, Hypno like again, that's why I have Golem. Like I think I have Golem, Hypno, Venonat, and then I have like Venusaur, Aerodactyl, Tauros. I'm pretty sure that's what I'm bringing if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
If it's not, then that might be what I changed it to after this discussion. I think Scyther was originally there, but maybe I'll bring Hypno instead. I don't know. We'll see. But the Venonat is to protect me from the Shell Smash guy, the and the Nidoqueen a little bit. It even protects me from Mew. Like if he's gonna do transform shenanigans, then Venonat can like Rage Powder that so that he transforms into Venonat instead of whatever he wants to transform into. So
Yeah.
that's kind of fun. It's also sleep powder. Like Venonat can do that. If he does set trick room, like Venonat is actually anti trick room because he kind of functions the same way like a Parasect does, in that he's slow and he can click sleep powder. So that's like it's kind of dual anti trick room and support. Whereas and then Golem is just purely anti trick room. Um, and then yeah, I've got the Aerodactyl, Tauros, Venusaur is like my offensive core. So we'll see what other thing I bring, whether it's Hypno or Scyther. Or even Tentacruel.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even hate Tentacruel. I think it's good against a lot of things. I mean, obviously, it's a good matchup into Ninetales, which he's been leaning into pretty heavily. And it's not scared of much on his team. Like, to be honest, he's only scared of like a Psychic from Mew. Everything else, Tentacruel is like a really good matchup. So that might be the.
Well, that and like an earthquake from Doug Trio,
Oh yeah, I guess so. Yeah, the Duck
maybe.
Trio is pretty good
But
because
yeah,
you're
if
Steel
I'm him,
type.
I'm probably like as funny as the Mew transform gimmicks are. I don't know that it's good for your team specifically because
No,
you don't have exactly like something that's good about your team. You don't have like the one Pokemon that's like the central like
exactly, exactly.
take
Yeah.
this one out and the whole thing falls apart. You know,
Yes.
like Tauros is pretty good, Venusaur is pretty good, but outside of that, I mean, neither one of those Pokemon are like the one, the guy,
I
you know?
wouldn't mind seeing Mew as just like a generically bulky fast attacker, like mid speed fast
Yeah.
attack, like just offensive Pokemon. Like I wouldn't mind it. Like give it some because like I won't expect it, whatever it is. Like it'll hit me with some super effective
Yeah.
move I can't anticipate. You know what I mean? So yeah. All right. Well, let's move on before I give up literally everything.
Hmm.
And we'll do the last matchup here. So the last one we have
Greenlee
is Greenlee and
versus Nolan.
Nolan. This is a one I thought about for a bit because I was trying to help Greenlee get prepared. I think there's some interesting stuff going on. It's so funny to me. I never fixed the fact that this is actually Kingler and not Krabby. I laugh at it every time. Um, but yeah, so obviously, like the question when you're playing against Greenlee is always like, how do I deal with Mewtwo? And then the secondary question should be, how do I get rid of this like Charizard Vulpix, like deal with the Charizard Vulpix lead? And I think that like Nolan is actually decently well positioned just with Dragonite alone to kind of deal with that because Dragonite obviously it's gonna go faster than Charizard with the extreme speed, and Charizard's gonna get two shot like every single time. Now, if Greenlee leads like anticipates this and goes for like some Terra Ghost Charizard, it could work, but it's kind of a big commitment just to protect Charizard for like one more turn.
And then
And if
you're
Dragonite's
like weak to Gengar.
yes, exactly. And if Dragonite's
Because
like
he's
next to
gonna lead
Gengar,
Dragonite Gengar basically every single time. I actually think you do like a Mewtwo lead if you're Greenlee here. Mewtwo and maybe Magmar
hmm
to like redirect the extreme speeds because that's gonna be a big deal. That's like how I dealt with Nolan was with Electabuzz. You
yeah,
can if you can redirect this extreme speeds and like use Mewtwo to great effect to like, I mean Gengar could yeah you redirect Gengar and Dragonite into Magmar.
I do think Mewtwo's a little scary because of the Ditto like that's here, and
True.
kind of spooky. You don't want to give up a copy of Mewtwo. I do think like actually the Charizard Vulpix lead is still the move. Like that's what I'm gonna recommend because like obviously your biggest threat of Charizard Vulpix is like some water type, but the like Krabby for example. But obviously like the drought helps you
No,
deal
it's
with
not.
that.
Yeah, you're not if you're doing like a drought strategy, you're honestly not worried about water types at all,
Exactly.
in
So
my
that
experience.
that's what I'm saying. So like it helps you with that, and then the only other thing left is this Dragonite Gengar, and like yes, Terra Ghost doesn't like it feels
But it's
bad.
gonna be like you have to be ready. You have to be ready for Dragonite Gengar
I know, but
because
like
that's gonna happen.
you just click Heat Wave, and I feel like Gengar just dies. And
Gengar
you're
has Focus Sash, but yeah.
well, I mean, you have Vulpix there technically. Like I
To
would,
to do what? It's Ghost type.
I mean, it could still do any generic attack. It also has Sash, so if you're really worried about the
Will-O-Wisp?
Sash. I mean, Ember, like anything that
Ember?
does damage, it doesn't matter, right? So, because you only need to do 1 HP of damage if Sash is your problem. I think that like I like Vulpix just to do quick attack into Dragonite to get rid of multi scale. I think that's actually way more valuable because the thing is like you're gonna scarf Charizard like every time, right? I mean, I think you have to because you just don't have
You
speed
think he'll
control.
use multi-scale?
Yeah, I do. You don't have fake
Because he
out.
used Inner Focus against me, but I think that was just to get around
Yeah,
Intimidate.
that's because Intimidate. I think you should use
Yeah.
multi-scale in this matchup.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like he should use multi. I wonder if he will. Like, did he use Inner Focus
I
against me
mean, we
just
have
like to get
to.
around Intimidate, or did he use it because it's just like the ability that he chose? Like, you know what I mean? I don't know his
Yeah,
level
but
of.
I mean, I think we have to, assume people make the most optimal
Yeah,
decisions. Like,
that's true.
we shouldn't base our strategy around them like messing up. So I think like in that case, I really like the Charizard going Heat Wave with Vulpix. I mean, like, yeah, you die in 2 hits, and that kind of sucks. But you're gonna do most of Dragonite's HP, and you're probably gonna kill the partner or get it down to 1 health. And like you, you
And you
might,
could still have Mewtwo in the back, which is pretty good.
yeah, you might get two. Uh, you might get 2 Heat Waves off if you like clicked Heat Wave twice with Charizard, like with Solar Power, Under Sun, and Life Orb. Like Charizard did his job. Like he did so much. Like
That's true.
it's just like And so I don't know. I mean, obviously, worst case scenarios, he like protects Gengar, presses Extreme Speed, and then like presses Extreme Speed again, and then Charizard did nothing, right? But even in that case, you're gonna like mostly kill Dragonite, and if that happens, instead of just keeping Charizard in, just swap him out. Just swap him out with something else, you know? Like
Into, I mean, just someone who's gonna eat the
yeah,
extreme
anyone's just
speed.
gonna eat extreme speed. Yeah, like maybe
No one's.
turn.
You don't want to let anyone eat extreme speed if you can get around it. It's so powerful.
Yeah, but I mean, you don't want Charizard to go down either.
Yeah, I mean, you probably just want like Terra Ghost on Charizard if you're gonna lead with him.
Yeah, and then if you Terra Ghost, then yeah, you're even not that worried about Gengar, right? Because you're scarfed, you're faster than Gengar. So Gengar has to also be scarf, and if Gengar is also scarf, then you're killing him in 1 hit. So I think you just turn one, you save your Terra Ghost, and I mean, I guess if he doubles you, yeah, you can't just die before you get a move off. Because Extreme Speed Scarf Gengar will kill you. I don't know. There's a lot of things that could happen. But I think in game one, at least, you go for this Charizard Vulpix Heat Wave, like shenanigans. I think you could even one shot Dragonite if you use Flamethrower. I was looking at the math. Like, if you quick attack with Vulpix to get rid of Multiscale, and then you Flamethrower the Dragonite, I think it's like a pretty decent chance you just one shot even though it was resisted. It's like disgusting how much damage Charizard does. Like it's so gross. So I mean, I think there's a lot of things both sides have to cover for, and I feel like Breathing Side comes out in a
Yeah,
good
I don't know
spot
that you
most
could
of the time.
afford to double Dragonite though against when Gengar is sitting there. You probably want to still Heat Wave, like quick attack Heat Wave
Yeah,
to break Gengar's sash. But yeah,
yeah, yeah.
because I'm basically every time he's gonna lead Dragonite Gengar. He's gonna lead Dragonite every time. It might not be Gengar next to him, He might have like Krabby, but he's probably gonna do. He's
You
not
also
bringing
have, I
King.
mean, you also have an option of leading Vulpix Charizard with Magmar in the back, and this time you don't go Scarf Charizard because you use Magmar to just give Follow Me, and then like Magmar is protecting Charizard, so you don't actually have to be faster. That's another choice you could do, and then Charizard can press Protect and not be scarfed. He could be like
True.
he could be
He could do
Life
that.
Orb and just like hit even harder. You know, so something to think about. Something to think about. I think there's a lot of options. I
Lots to
also
think about.
really like Muck in this matchup. Muck is doesn't have answers really from Nolan, and Muck is disgusting. So I think Muck is really nice. We talked about Mewtwo. I think you can lead with Mewtwo like you're talking about. I think that's totally fine also. Like Mewtwo Magmar is pretty gross. Pretty good. Although the Mewtwo lead hasn't been working out so great recently, so maybe you want to try something else.
Basically didn't work because it was against Brian with Zapdos Electrode, which and she didn't super play around that perfectly.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean Mewtwo lead is bad because Mewtwo can supply so much damage, and that's kind of what you want to do here. He's not doing any like Electrode speed control, like weather shenanigans. He's just gonna use like Terra Normal Dragonite Extreme Speed
Yes.
to
Yep.
like deal damage.
Yeah. And so I kind of like Executor here a
If you
little
can
bit.
deal more damage than him, you basically win. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's probably true. Yeah, so Executor is pretty nice into like there's a handful of water types you kind of want to deal with. And then, you probably don't do it, but if ever there was a matchup to bring Arbok, this could be the one.
It's not going to be well.
I
I don't
mean,
know.
you get to
You
intimidate
you don't want to
Dragonite.
bring you don't want to rely on our intimidate here because he might just do inner focus again.
Yeah, that's the problem,
He's
right?
I don't think he's going to plan for intimidate because Arbok exists. Obviously, that would be insane. But he might just have inner focus anyway.
Yeah. I mean, Arbok can also intimidate Krabby, but Krabby also has an ability that makes him immune to intimidate. So,
Exactly. Yeah.
so it's a little
His team
rough.
was pretty good at countering my double intimidate thing.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't think Arbok
Made
is.
it kind of tough.
I don't think Arbok has the value. I think Arbok's riding the bench all season. Sadly, I'd love to see it. It'd be hilarious. I think he's riding the bench all
I actually
season.
think like maybe Jigglypuff could be good to like protect from the extreme speeds like Friend Guard. Maybe. But Jigglypuff is so frail it doesn't even make much
Yeah,
of
I
a difference.
mean, you can bring it out and click protect, and then click like endure, and then you know, because all you want is
All
friend
of them.
guard, or you could like click
Does
helping hand,
Jigglypuff here follow me?
huh?
Does Jigglypuff learn follow me?
It does not. So you'd have to
Oh,
be clicking defensive moves and
we
then maybe helping hand.
we don't have Clefairy at home. We don't.
No, we
It's
don't.
Clefable is Clefairy at home.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, Jigglypuff maybe if some of the calcs are right, but it's just you'd have to have some specific calculations. And the thing is, you're leading Charizard Vulpix. You're not, you know, I don't know. I think you're leading Charizard Vulpix, and I think with Vulpix you do some funny. Another funny thing you can do with Vulpix, if you decide to not scarf the Charizard and go for Protect, Vulpix can learn Disable. So you could just you could just have Focus Sash Vulpix, so it probably doesn't die unless you double it. I mean, if you double Vulpix, you're insane. You're insane for
Yeah.
doing that on turn one. But like,
Yeah. Disable
and then you
Dragonite
just
Extreme
disable the
Speed.
Dragonite, like when he clicks Extreme Speed. Yeah, it's pretty
That'd be
gross.
nuts.
Like, I think it's a very dynamic matchup where like you lead with Charizard Vulpix, he leads with Dragonite Gengar, and you end up with this thing where there's like 90 different possibilities, and like half of them are terrible for the like one side and half of them are terrible for the other. Like none of them are like kind of meh. They're all either like disasters for one side or the other. So it just feels like it's gonna be fun. Yeah, it'll be something.
We're not even considering Marowak. We haven't seen that yet.
I just
Have
don't
we?
think you
Oh no,
can
we saw
really.
that one.
It's so hard to use without Trick Room. I don't know if I think Marowak is like an anti Trick Room only. I just don't think it. It's just too slow. It's just too slow.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
that's fair.
I mean, wheezing is another thing we didn't think about. Wheezing is interesting. I don't know. I don't love it
Yeah,
because
rid of
Mewtwo is
Drought. I
bad.
mean, you're not. It doesn't really matter much against Greenlee's team.
Yeah, I mean, if you do lead with Wheezing and Dragonite, like you stop the drought from coming out. It's super annoying for sure. Definitely a more defensive
But
option.
then you take away multi-scale, so it's
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah, yeah. So
kind of shit.
kind of shit. I mean, you could lead Wheezing with like Lapras, as a super defensive lead, like a very
Ooh,
like I'm gonna
that
shut
could be
down the
good.
hyper offense kind of thing. Like that's definitely an option. I just don't know how you pivot from there because if like let's
If you
say
have Mewtwo, that doesn't matter.
yeah, exactly. Like if you lead this defensive lead expecting the Charizard Vulpix and then it's like Mewtwo Magmar, it's like, oh, oops, I just lost, like
Right.
especially because then Mewtwo could just click like nasty plot like for free under zero threat,
Sure.
and then just like absolutely wipe your whole team.
I mean, are you running Nasty Plot though?
I think you should. I think you should because like I just think you should. I don't know. I think you should. It
You
gives you
think that
the.
you should though?
I do think you should. Well, because here's the thing. Like Mewtwo, it does a lot of damage. Don't get me wrong. It definitely does a lot of damage, but it doesn't one shot everything. It does like there are a lot of places where it does 80%. You know,
Yeah,
but if you click nasty plot on Mewtwo, everything dies. Nothing lives. Nothing can live. It's
true.
and so like and there's a lot of situations where like Mewtwo is in a place where it doesn't absolutely need to attack on this turn. Like just the threat of nasty plot is so scary. Like it forces people to feel like, oh, I have to like attack Mewtwo. If I don't attack Mewtwo this turn and it clicks nasty plot, I just lose. You know what I mean?
That's true. That's true.
So like I don't know.
It's
I'm a
like kind of
big
the only thing that makes Kingler good on his team. It's like the
exactly.
setup.
Exactly. Like Kingler's not that scary, but once Kingler presses agility, it's like, oh, that's a little
Yeah, like,
scary. You have to like
what's
you
gonna
have to like
happen?
hit. You can't ignore Kingler because he's gonna.
Yeah.
Once he presses agility, he does so much damage, and then if he gets super greedy and presses Swords Dance as well, he kills
Yeah,
everything.
you really got to pick one or the other.
I mean, unless you don't, unless you have Focus Sash and
Unless you don't.
no one hits you on turn one, it's possible. I
All
don't know.
right. I like this. I think we've done some good analysis here.
Oh, I think we have. I think we have. There's so many things that can happen in Pokemon, and that's what makes it so fun. All right.
Yeah,
Thanks
truly
for.
infinite things.
Yeah, seriously. All right. Thanks for tuning in, and good luck in your matches. See ya.
Indeed. Bye bye.